my name is Cheyenne. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you about the time me and two of my friends were this close to being human trafficked. Like it was a really close call. Okay, so it was me, Miranda, and Aaliyah, and we're all three best friends, grew up together, but Aaliyah moved away to Seattle. She's actually back here again, but she moved away to Seattle for like a year, and me and Miranda went to go visit her. And we decided, since we were so close to Canada, we would just go to Canada and go bar hopping and just have a good time and explore. So we did. But there was a money difference, and we're all kind of ditzy when we're together. So we kept getting ripped off with our money, and people kept telling us it was more when it wasn't. And like, we just didn't understand the money difference. So we were getting ripped off left and right. And there was this group of 4 people who wanted to like hang out with us, and we were like made friends, and we were having all a good time and whatever. But they kept buying us drinks, and the bartender was like super good friends with these people, and we were like a little bit sketched out, but it was like whatever, like we're just having a good time, like it doesn't matter. Being done. We met this group of people, they kept buying us drinks, they got us bottle service, like it was just, we were getting so messed up for free. And the bartender kept giving us free drinks as well. And we thought it was a little bit weird, but me and Miranda were more cautious about it. And we like were keeping an eye on like what was going on, and like trying to, I don't know, just watching out, making sure nothing happened. And Aaliyah's kind of the one who doesn't think things through like that. She's not as paranoid and just doesn't really care, kind of. So they were all speaking a different language, and we couldn't really understand a lot of like what they were saying. They spoke English too, but they were like, they would talk to each other in a different language. And so we didn't like think anything of it. Like there was like a bunch of foreign people in Canada, like bar hopping. We met like a lot of people from different places, like Ireland. Like it was really cool. We just met like completely different people. It was just awesome. We were like really shocked, because in California where we live, it's really not like that. It's just like a small town, and we don't really get to see a lot of like diversity and stuff. So the bartender and all of these guys were speaking together in this different language, and we were kind of like a little sketched out, but like whatever, not really. And then the main thing that really just had a red flag in me and Miranda's brains were these guys knew that Aaliyah was kind of like the drunker one, and like the one that wasn't paying as much attention to what was like her surroundings. And I love Aaliyah, but there's nothing bad about her, but that's just how she is. She's crazy. So they were kind of preying on her, and we could see it. They kept asking her, they would like try to get her separated from us, and then they like kept trying to separate her from us, and like, oh, let's go out back and have a cigarette, and like, let's go out back and smoke a joint, and da da da. And there was no like back. Like there was like a security guard where they wanted to go, who was gonna let them go up, but like no one else was allowed to go back there. So it was really odd. And we don't smoke, so we were like like no thanks, like there's no point for us to go back there. It's really cold outside, and we don't smoke, so it would make no sense for us to go back there with you guys. So we just kind of pushed it off, no. And Aaliyah was like, oh, I'm just gonna go hang out. And we pulled her down, and we were like, no. She was already like halfway up the stairs when we caught her, and we dragged her ass down, and we were like, you're not going, like not without us, we're not going back there, like you're not going. And so these people got really irritated with us, like we were like the cock blocks, or like we were the buzzkills, but we just had such a bad feeling. And so we all went to the bathroom because we wanted to like tell her what was going on, and just like kind of tell her that something was up, and we like had a bad feeling. And so when we were in the bathroom, this lady who spoke the same, like we could tell that they were friends, but they were like trying to keep a different, like a distance. But she came in the bathroom and got us, and she was like, let me buy you guys a drink. And we were like about to head out because we were so sketched out. And then this girl came in, she was like, let us buy you a drink. And me and Miranda were like, kind of sketched out, but we're like, oh, it's a girl, like she wants to buy us a drink, like so random, but okay, thanks, like maybe this is just how like Canadians are. And so they took us back to this same bartender, and this bar is like 2 stories, like it's huge. They took us back to the same bartender who was like all the way across at the back, and she was like, hi, I want to buy my friends drinks. And she ordered us drinks, and then she had money in her hand, acted like she was gonna pay him, and then took the money back. And he pretended that he took the money. And me and Miranda were like, that's either for the camera so he doesn't get in trouble at the bar, but that's like super sketchy. And when we like walked away, we were acting like we weren't paying attention. But we saw her kiss this bartender, and so we were like, okay, like she knows him, but he had been flirting with like Aaliyah all night long. So we were like, that is so weird. Is this a crazy girlfriend like trying to get back at us or something? Because we thought he was single this whole time. And we asked her, me and Miranda, because Aaliyah like was talking to somebody else through the group, and we asked her, is that your boyfriend? Like, do you know him? And she was like, no, I have no idea, like I've never met him before, but he seems so nice. And we were like, okay, acting like we didn't just see them kiss like a few minutes prior. So we were like, oh, like weird, okay. And that's when me and Miranda were like, pa 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 pa, like red flags, like no other. We were like, we gotta get the fuck out of here, like it's too much. So the bar was like already closing, everyone was like kind of done partying, and the lights got turned on in the bar. And so we start leaving and like start walking out, and they were like asking us like, where's your hotel at, what hotel are you staying at? And I hit both of my friends like, don't say shit, and I told them a completely different hotel because I didn't want them knowing where we were staying at. So I told them a completely different hotel, and we started walking back. But when I put the location in my phone, I put like it was the same name of the same hotel, but it was like on opposite ends of the street. But we had just gotten there like 30 minutes before we went out bar hopping, so we didn't get a like feel of the town. So we walked to the wrong hotel, and we had to walk all the way back down the whole street to this other hotel. My bad. And so we got back to this hotel, and they were trying to get us to go to the casino before we like left. The bartender had walked us out of the bar, and they were trying to like, shit, let's back it up. Before we were leaving the bar, the bartender and all these guys walked us out of the bar to the front because we wouldn't walk through the back with them. So they all walked us out to the front, and it was weird that the bartender walked us out of the bar. Like, we just were like, that's just so freaking weird. And so we decided that they kept trying to like ask us to go to this casino, and we were like, no, like we're not gonna do that, like we're just gonna go back to our hotel. So we started walking back to our hotel, and we were like, we'll catch you later, like maybe, like we gotta change, like, you know what I mean, like kind of being nice but like trying to get away, like, but trying not to like give them any red flags that we weren't gonna hang out with them again. So we left. My friend Aaliyah got their numbers or whatever. Me and Miranda were like, hell no, that's not happening. So Aaliyah got their numbers and was texting them, and they were like, let's go to the casino, we're gonna come pick you up, like da 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 da, like where are you guys at? Like, we're outside your hotel, which was the hotel that I told them previously we were staying at, but we really weren't staying at. So we just didn't respond. We went up to our hotel, like after we had to walk down this main street trying to get back to our hotel because we went the wrong way. And then the next morning we wake up, and I'm like, that was so strange. And like, now that I wasn't drunk and I was more coherent, I looked up the casino that they were like talking about, how it was like right down the street or whatever. There was no casino at all near us, like at all. So I don't know what casino still to this day that they were talking about they wanted to take us to, but there was no casino at all. And so that was like scary, and I was like, oh my god, we almost got human trafficked, like that was scary. And Aaliyah was like, no, we didn't, like da-da-da, whatever. And Miranda was like, no, that was a close one. So we decided to check out of our hotel because we were leaving the next, this day, and go get brunch. And so we checked out of the hotel. We went and walked and stayed in the parking structure of the hotel. Like, we left our car there so we could just not have to pay for parking anywhere else. So we just left our car there, checked out, and then walked down the street to this breakfast place to get brunch and like mimosas and stuff. So here we are eating our brunch, mimosas, no big deal. And we decide to walk down this strip and like go through shops and just hang out for a little bit before we go back to Washington. And so we're walking down and we see this dispensary and we're like, oh, let's go in there, like, cool. So we got some edibles, and we don't normally take edibles, so that was just kind of like, oh, like, fun girls trip, like, edibles, like, whatever. So we got some edibles, and they were just like little gummy ones, but they were freaking strong. So we took these edibles, and we're still walking down these strips, and we're going to shops, and we see McDonald's, and we're like, oh, I want an ice cream cone. So we went and like got an ice cream cone, and we decide that we're just like so high and so tired from the night before that we just want to go sit in the car and take a nap. And so we go all the way back to our hotel in the parking garage, take a nap in the car. And so where we're parked is there's a wall and then there's a pole, and then here's our car in the middle. And then there's a wall up front too. So the only way to get out of this parking spot is to back up. You literally cannot go anywhere else. We're completely blocked in besides backing up, which we didn't think anything of, but of course that's where we parked. And we're taking a nap, and we wake up to like a car, like a big, I want to say like an Escalade behind us, like blocking us in. And this whole parking garage is empty. Like, we're the only car in here. So we didn't even think anything about taking a nap. Like, we just were like, let's take a nap. It's so peaceful, like, whatever. And there's so many places for this big ass car to park. But it's like a blacked out Escalade. I'm pretty sure it was an Escalade. I don't know, some type of SUV. But backed up to our car, so we're blocked in. And we're waking up from like a super high, like, we're so high, we're waking up like, is this real? Like, what is going on? And so we're blocked in, and two men get out of the car wearing gloves and start approaching our car, and we all wake up from like the dead, and we're tripping out, and we're like, this isn't happening, this is not happening, it's the next day, like, I thought we escaped this. And Aaliyah's in the driver's seat, of fucking course, like the worst person that could be in the driver's seat. And so we're blocked in. These people get out of the car, trying to approach our car, trying to open our doors and like banging on the doors, trying to get us in, like literally about to break the windows. And I'm like yelling, I'm calling 911. But we're in Canada, and I didn't know if it was 911 or a different number. Thank God it was 911. It wasn't actually like a different number. It was 911, just like Seattle and California and whatever. So I'm on the phone with 911, like screaming, like, I'm on the phone with 911, da, da, da. And they're blocking us in. And then these guys are kind of looking at each other like panicking a little bit. Like, these people are kind of panicking. And I'm like, Aaliyah, hit the gas. Like, we gotta go, like, hit them. Like, you need to hit them because they're trying to break our windows. They're trying to get into this car. And so we're like, me and Miranda are yelling at Aaliyah, like, hit them. And she's like, they're not trying to kidnap us. They're not trying to kidnap us. And I was like, Aaliyah, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Hit the fucking gas. So she does. She hits the gas. And they're like they're like panicking because we're on the phone with 911 at this point, telling them where we are and stuff. So and they couldn't get into our car. So they get back in the car and they're trying to move the car, like, but like still not at the same time. So we're backing up, hitting them like nonstop. And so we hit them, and then they're like, move their car enough because we were beating the shit out of their car with our car. And we go up to this parking garage, like, exit, and it's the only exit and entrance in this whole parking garage. And it's supposed to, like, the gate's supposed to be up all the time for this exit, and it was locked. The fucking gate was locked, and we were locked in this parking structure. And so we're screaming, honking the horn, and like trying to ram this gate. And one of the people from the hotel hears us and walks out and was like, oh my god, I've never seen this locked before. And somehow he just was able to magically open it. And our windows are up, like we're like not trusting anybody, like we don't give a fuck. This person was probably still in on it. And so he opens the gate. We don't even talk to him about ramming the thing, nothing. We literally just go. And we're like on edibles driving, but we have to get away from these people. And so we drive for like 10 minutes and then we're able to find like a safe area to where we can like park and like collect our thoughts and like talk to the person on the phone. And it was just the most terrifying thing I have ever been through. And so we're finally safe. We got away from these people. The only way we got away is because we hit their car multiple times. And that is just so scary to me that we were this close from being taken. If we would have not hit their car, they would have broken our windows and we would have been completely like gone. Because these two men were big. They were so big. They were white. They were big. They were like, they were scary looking. They were scary people. It was like a movie. I've never like dealt with anything like that before. So we went home to Seattle and kind of collected our thoughts. We called our parents and like told them what had happened. We thought the day, like the night was over and we like escaped that stuff, but it turns out that it was like a bigger operation than we really had necessarily thought in the beginning, and it was absolutely terrifying. So they had people following us for the next day, and that's just so scary. So that's my story about how me and my two friends almost got human trafficked, and I would bring some awareness because we really, like, the way we were acting, we should not have been like, we shouldn't have gotten away because we were being so naive and so dumb. And like, we always thought that if we were ever in that situation, we'd be way tougher and just see it right away. Like, it's hard to see it. Like, there were so many red flags and we still gave them the benefit of the doubt and just don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Never give them the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, that's my story, and it's fucking batshit crazy. Never thought that would happen to me, but here I am today. And I will never put me or any of my friends in that situation again. And I'm so blessed to be able to have gotten out of that situation. So anyways, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm going to be posting, this is going to be my first video, but I'm going to be posting 2 times a week. So subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed my crazy ass fucking story. Bye!